we're going to do one more update for the news about the weather. We got our Category 5 hurricane going to slam into Jamaica.
And if you live still there, hurricane season in
so
North America.
This is not later every year. It's almost November. We're still got a hot Atlantic Ocean. Isn't that comforting? Not really. So what is BCNews.com is our nasty weather wasn't as nasty as it could have been this year, but hey, Mother Nature still got a couple of tricks in our bag. Hurricane Melissa intensifies Category 5 for Jamaica with catastrophic flooding. Yeah. Rain in a hurricane is no joke. Neither is the storm surge. The wind, there's only half of it, man. Patrick Smith, Rebecca Cohen, and Catherine Pocklive. Hurricane Melissa, this is, did I already say NBC News? NBC had a nice, pithy story, not telling me the history of hurricanes and, the biographies of the weathermen and stuff. Hurricane Melissa intensified to a powerful category early Monday as forecasters warned the storm could cause catastrophic. Typically what hurricanes do. A lot of rain because they stay in one spot. Oh, they're slow moving systems and they got a lot of rain. And you know what that song Love Hurts said? Hurricanes are, love is like a flood. Sorry, it holds a lot of rain. The metaphor doesn't work for me. The National Hurricane Center in Miami warned people in Jamaica to go to shelters and stay there during the storm with dangerous conditions beginning Monday and lasting through Tuesday. Not Sweet Melissa from the Allman Brothers song, but really, really terrifying Melissa. It's set to make landfall Jamaica on early Tuesday. That will be tomorrow or late tonight before moving across southeastern Cuba, another poor country. Tuesday night as current Category 3 storms, Category 3 storm and across southwestern Bahamas. Wednesday as a Category 2. Government officials in Jamaica are set to address the public at 11:30 on Monday as a tropical storm conditions are already plaguing the island. You do live in the tropics. 8 a.m. Eastern Time, the storm was located 135 miles southeast of Kingston, the capital of Jamaica, at a maximum sustained winds of 160 miles per hour. That'll keep your kite up there, huh? And was moving west at 3 miles per hour, which I said is very slow, putting it at the highest and most dangerous category on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane. And forecast to intensify even further. Okay, maybe a Category 6. Is there Category 6? Maybe not. The most powerful storm that hit the region since Hurricane Gilbert in 1988. Melissa will bring between 15 and 30 inches, up to 40 inches of rain to Jamaica, as well as extreme wind, extensive damage, and life-threatening storm surge along with the southern coast. The Hurricane Center said, "This is a nasty storm, Jamaica. Get ready." It's the third Category 5 of the 2025 season. We've had 3 of them, but most of them have just weakened out at sea. The last time there were more than 2 storms of this strength in the same season was 20 years ago, in 2005. Melissa is also the latest Category 5 storm in Atlantic hurricane season in 27 years since Hurricane Mitch in 98. That one slammed into Central America, I believe.
Good old Mitch.
Some areas of eastern Jamaica. Yeah, Mitch. I think Guatemala, I think, is one of your more dangerous ones because there's a lot of poorer people in Guatemala, as there is in a lot of the Caribbean. There's a lot of poor people. But again, you don't need a lot to live in these countries. You live in a shack because the weather's perfect, right? You don't ever have to, oh my God, put insulation. It got down to 60. I've been to, this is a sidebar again, St. Croix. It was just in the Virgin Islands. I was talking to a guy that's been there for 30 years, and he said the coldest it's ever been, the whole time he's been there, like 30 years, 62 degrees is the coldest it's ever been. Yeah, you don't have frost warnings. Wind speeds in the mountainous areas could be 30% higher than the main storm, meaning potential winds of more than 200 miles per hour. So being in the mountains might keep you away from the floods, but hell, shit, 200 mile an hour winds. Desmond McKenzie, Jamaica's Minister of Local Government and Community Development, said Sunday that 218 people are already in some of the country's 881 shelters. That's not enough people, man. As of Monday morning, all the island shelters were open, but many were still not full. McKenzie said that many Jamaican communities will not survive this flooding. Yeah, dude. your village is in the line of this, you get the hell out of there. Grab what you need and get out. Jamaica residents were filling up gas canisters for their generators. You hope your house is there for the generator. Boarding up windows to prepare for the intense and wild and rain. Zookeepers in the capital city were relocating their animals ahead of the storm. The American tourists who caught one of the last flights from the island said there was a lot of turbulence getting back to the United States. It was almost getting out and watching the rain come behind us, he said, but luckily we made it. Others weren't so lucky. Nicole Doyen of Miami was visiting the island for yoga retreat. Couldn't get out before the storm, despite exhausting all of her options.
Be blown away.
Nothing available.
It's time to do a crane pose.
Well, all that stretching will help you. Well, that stretching will help you swimming. There you go. There's your bright spot. You'll be able to swim better than most of those folks. Yeah. Yeah, you're not out of shape anyway. Haiti and Dominican Republic will also face catastrophic and life-threatening, speaking of poor countries, threatening light flash flooding by midweek, the Hurricane Center said, while Cuba is facing heavy rain, floods, and landslides. There's also a hurricane watch for central and southeastern Bahamas, Turks, and the Caicos Islands. So far, the storm has killed at least 4 people, 3 in Haiti, 1 in the Dominican Republic, and here's already a picture of a massive flash flood in Haiti. Ooh. And car in it. No, nothing to drive for that. I am intelligent. Stop trying to drive through flash floods, morons. Although interaction with Jamaica will lead to some weakening, Melissa's expected to reach southern Cuba as a major hurricane. Will also move across Bahamas and Bermuda. Their Hurricane Center analysis. In their latest forecast, there's your story. Sorry I paused so much, but hey, you know, it's kind of important.
Oh, it is.
Get the hell out of your home, Jamaica. Get to high ground. Get yourself a boat. Make yourself a boat if you got a chance.
Yeah. Get a friend, get a boat, and get out of there. I find it so interesting how here in Europe, the world really just slows down the closer and closer we get to December. You know, I would say the world doesn't really speed back up until maybe March. But in the I guess North America, right? It's still pretty exciting. Long time, maybe at the mid-November, end of November, and then there's my association.
Oh, the fun never stops.
How we're living such a different life just due to one ocean current.
Yeah, you guys got that. What is it called? The jet stream, right? Or Gulf Stream. The Gulf Stream underwater.
We have a lot of crazy winds right now because we're kind of getting. I mean, for anybody who doesn't know what a hurricane looks like, it's a huge spiraling windstorm in the ocean. And Europe does get hit by the very small stream at the end of that spiral. So it's very windy.
I think you could probably control the storm surge from a hurricane if you got a direct hit because of that Delta Works thing you got, right? But I think the wind will just take down so much shit. Yeah, the wind will just take down so much shit.
We're reaching the tailwinds of the thing, right? It's not even anywhere. Well, like the
climate change.
There hasn't yet, and hopefully there probably will be, but there hasn't yet been a hurricane that actually its winds get big enough to hit mainland Europe and cause, floods and.
I predict in 10 years I'll have hurricane watches in Great Britain, and it's just going to keep moving. It's just
France. Well, probably more likely France. Yeah. Because France is right there, right by the Atlantic Ocean. So.
Right. Well, yeah. France and Britain have the same ocean kind of area, right? The rest of French coast is the Mediterranean. That's not going to big enough to.
The Mediterranean can be angry too. Imagine that. Hurricanes in the Mediterranean. That would be scary.
You can't. Yeah, it's not big enough. It's just not big enough.
If there's
Hurricanes are massive.
Enough erosion, maybe in 1,000 years from now, the Mediterranean Sea used to be closed off. It used to be a lake, I should say, it used to be an actual sea instead of now, which is connected to the ocean.
Hey, you might even have sinkholes. Who knows in 10 years, right? Yeah, we're doomed.
Well,
anyway,
I guess we'll find out.
On with our dooms.